So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aries 2022 Outlook video. This is not a prediction video, but this is an Outlook video which will give you some information in regards to how you should take this year and what are the things that you should be doing according to your dashas and your horoscope, because whatever happens to you finally, ultimately, at the end of the day or the month or the year or any moment is dependent on your dashas, your Mahadasha, your Antardasha, and your Pratyantar, and your overall chart, of course. So, therefore, how should Aries ascendants or Aries moon sign, but primarily this is for Aries ascendants, all right, because predictions are to be given and understood and analyzed from the ascendant itself. So 2022 is the year of Venus. If you sum up 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2, it's 6, and in numerology 6 is the number of Venus. So therefore it's very crucial for you to understand that this year you have to experience and put your efforts in Venusian things. Now, what does it mean, Venusian things? Venus represents, all the fine things of the world. Does it mean that you have to just, go on wasting your money, lavishly, spending on things which you don't need? No, definitely not, right? But when I say Venus, I mean to say that the houses which Venus rules in your chart, right? And along with that, what does Venus represent in general? Now, for Aries ascendants, Venus rules the second house and the seventh house, right? So therefore you have to understand that the second house is the house of your total net worth, right? Not the amount of cash that you have or not your bank balance, but everything combined, which is your mobile, your laptop, your home, your cars, everything, your stock market, like all the stocks that you own, mutual funds, everything it is, right? Or any ancestral property that you get, anything and everything, right? That's the second house actually. So depending on what is indicated in your dashas, you have to work in accordance with the second house. Okay, so therefore, if your dashas are indicating the 10th house or the 6th house or the 11th house, the 6th, 10th, or the 11th, then this is a good year to increase your net worth, either by earning more money or by investing your money in good assets. Okay, so that is something which you could do so that ultimately your net worth increases, because ultimately your net worth is a combination of how much you earn, how much you spend, and how much you invest, and how much does your investments grow, right? So therefore try to minimize your expenditure and try to do one of the two things or maybe both. So one is, try to gain more sources of income, which is through becoming more skillful, or learning new skills, providing services to people, having a side hustle, or writing a book, right, having a podcast, or make YouTube videos, or make a software. And then you invest your money into good assets, right, which can make you good money in the short term, or at least in the long run. And if your dashas are indicating children, for example, so then this is a very good time to develop the existing bond that you have with your children, and because it is Venus, so you might have to be a bit soft this time, right? Because you have to be a bit Venusian. That's how Venus behaves. And also Venus, as I said, is the ruler of your seventh house, right? So seventh house can show negotiations, deals, contracts, but it can also show married life, for example. So therefore, if your dashas are indicating married life, right? Married life is seen by the second house, seventh house, and the 11th house. Then it is high time that now this current year, either you put a lot of focus on your married life, right? On your spouse, spend time with your spouse, and understand that this is the best partnership that you will have, right? And if you are not married and if you wish to get married, then this could be a very good time for you to search, right? But will you get married or not, that will depend on your dashas, right? That principle does not change. And of course, if your dashas are indicating career or professional success, then you have to it is possible that you could go into some collaborations and do certain things with people that you know who are doing something similar, right? So seventh house shows collaborators and also it shows competitors. So if you feel that somebody is your competitor, then you could invite them for a collaboration, right? Because the more you collaborate, then your enemies, your competitors will no longer be competitors, they will be friends, right? So therefore use this time to explore opportunities with other people, basically, right? So once you do this, then you will realize that the second house and the seventh house, so these two houses should inspire each other, and they should, fuel each other. And depending on the transit of Venus, now for example, currently Venus is retrograde, right? Then it will go direct, right? So depending on the transit of Venus, whichever house Venus is transiting almost every month, now because Venus transits a sign for almost 25 days, so depending on the time and the month, you will see that the results of Venus will come differently, right? And it ultimately depends on your dasha, so try to combine your dashas and your transits, and especially the transit of Venus. Then this will help you very much. All right, thank you very much.